Filthy animals like you belong in cages. Officer Darren Cole's hand cracked across her face, the sound echoing off the courthouse walls. Papers scattered, handcuffs bit into her wrists, and laughter from other officers burned into her ears. Bruised, humiliated, and shoved into the defendant's chair, Naomi Carter sat silent as lies poured against her. The prosecutor nodded, the judge listened, and the gallery smirked. No one knew who she really was. But when the truth came out, this courtroom would never be the same. Filthy animals like you belong in cages. Officer Darren Cole's palm struck Naomi Carter's cheek so hard her head snapped sideways, her briefcase exploding open as files scattered across the courthouse steps. He yanked her by the throat, slamming her against the stone wall. Metal cuffs tore at her wrists as his fellow officers laughed, recording on their phones. Naomi's eyes locked on the bronze plaque above the entrance. The Honorable Judge N. Carter presiding. 20 feet away from her own courtroom, she was being brutalized by men sworn to protect it. Inside, Darren straightened his uniform and spun his story, confident as always. Your Honor, I encountered this individual attempting to breach courthouse security. She was hostile, refused identification, and carried stolen legal documents. Naomi sat bruised in the defendant's chair, cuffed like a criminal. The stand-in judge, Richard Hale, leaned forward. Did she resist arrest? Absolutely, Darren replied smoothly. I used minimum force to protect the court. The prosecutor, Melissa Grant, nodded approvingly. The state recommends charges of trespassing, resisting arrest, and assaulting an officer. The gallery murmured, their eyes filled with contempt. Darren's smirk widened. Another day, another lie swallowed whole. Naomi remained silent, her dignity intact, but her mind sharpened every detail. She let him bury himself deeper. When the prosecutor rested, Judge Hale said, "The defendant may respond." Naomi rose slowly, her wrists clinking. Her cheek was purple, her blouse torn, but her voice was steady. Thank you, Your Honor. The courtroom stilled. This was no desperate plea. This was controlled, deliberate authority. Officer Cole testified that I was trespassing. Yet, I was on a public sidewalk approaching the main entrance at 8:47 a.m. Supreme Court precedent confirms such sidewalks are open to the public. Hardly trespassing. The stenographer paused, her keys frozen mid-stroke. Naomi gestured to the scattered files on the evidence table. These suspicious documents are authentic case files, memoranda, and judicial correspondence. Documents I access daily in my professional capacity. Judge Hale frowned. And what capacity is that, Miss Carter? Naomi's lips curved slightly. You'll see soon enough, Your Honor. Darren shifted uneasily, a crack forming in his smug mask. Naomi continued, voice rising. As for the alleged aggression, I invoke my Fifth Amendment rights. But I'll note, any words I spoke were in response to being slapped, choked, and shackled without cause. Gasps rippled. And one more thing, she said, turning cold. Courthouse security has high-definition cameras at 15-foot intervals. Officer Cole's body cam also uploads automatic backups to the county cloud. I hereby request preservation of all footage from 8:45 to 9:15 a.m. The prosecutor leapt up. Objection. The defendant cannot demand evidence. Naomi's stare cut her short. Pro se defendants have that right under the Sixth Amendment. Brady v. Maryland obligates the state to preserve exculpatory evidence. The silence was deafening. Even Judge Hale shifted in discomfort. Your Honor, Naomi continued calmly, I also carry verification of my purpose here. My judicial parking pass, my courthouse entry card, my official identification. Bailiff Howard Jameson, who had worked there for 12 years, froze as recognition dawned. His voice cracked. My God, Judge Carter. The room erupted in murmurs. Darren's smirk vanished. Judge Hale's gavel slammed. Recess, 15 minutes. In a holding room, Bailiff Jameson whispered, "Judge Carter, I didn't realize." "I'm so sorry." "Fetch my robes," Naomi instructed, "and my gavel." Minutes later, she slipped into the flowing black robe she had worn for over 2 decades. The bruise on her cheek no longer symbolized defeat. It symbolized truth. When court resumed, the gallery was packed. Word had spread of the spectacle. "All rise," Jameson thundered. "The Honorable Judge Naomi Carter presiding." Every jaw dropped. Darren went pale. Judge Hale staggered back, humiliated. Humiliated. The prosecutor's mouth hung open. Naomi walked to the bench, her gavel in hand, and sat with deliberate grace. Her eyes scanned the courtroom, settling on Darren. "Officer Cole," she said evenly, "you may remain standing." His knees trembled. "You testified under oath that I was trespassing, combative, and carrying stolen files. You claimed your body cam malfunctioned." Naomi lifted a tablet, tapped play. Security footage filled the screens. There was Darren, blocking her path. His voice snarled, another filthy animal trying to sneak in. The slap cracked, the chokehold played in damning clarity. Gasps erupted. Jurors waiting for other cases stood and walked out in disgust. "Do you see any aggression in this footage?" Naomi asked coldly. Darren stuttered, silent. She swiped again. "This is your body cam backup. The cloud never malfunctions, officer." The video rolled, his voice dripping venom. "Look at this one. Thinks she belongs here. Time to teach her a lesson." The prosecutor scrambled her papers, desperate to flee. Naomi's eyes swept to the other officers. "Sergeant Lewis, Officer Moore, you swore he acted professionally. Would you like to revise your testimony?" Both shrank, eyes on the floor. Naomi's voice hardened. "For the record, I have been the presiding judge of this courthouse for 23 years. Every case Officer Cole touched passed under my authority. And now, every one of them will be reviewed." Darren's face drained to ash. Naomi leaned forward. "You thought I was powerless. You thought your badge made you untouchable. But today, justice sees everything." Her gavel cracked like thunder. In seconds, Darren was the defendant, shaking in his chair as the gallery erupted in shock. Naomi's voice cut through the silence. "For years, you terrorized this community. But now, justice wears a robe, and justice strikes back." His apology dissolved into sobs, but Naomi's gavel fell once more, final and unforgiving. If this story left you stunned, make your voice heard. Like this video, share it, and comment where you're watching from and which moment hit hardest. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more powerful stories of justice and truth.